y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a couple of stories I want to share with you about the digital ID that is getting ready to come online. Um, Let me start with this tweet from Twitter, and it's from Ghost 111111. I don't know who Ghost is, but anyway, it says the United Nations plans digital ID linked to bank accounts. And so the story is on Zero Hedge. So I clicked on it and I have it here for you and I'm going to share it. This article came out on Tuesday, June 20th. The United Nations is planning to introduce a global digital ID system that is linked to individuals' bank accounts. The plan, which is similar to the system developed by the WEF, is outlined in three new policy briefs from the UN titled A Global Digital Compact, Reforms to the International Financial Architecture, fancy name for the beast infrastructure that we've been talking about all year, and the future of outer space governance. What in the world? Why we need to have outer space governance? We can't govern good here on Earth. But anyway, the goal of the briefs is to advance UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres' vision for the future. Officially titled Our Common Agenda, Gutierrez's vision should be given the green light in September 2024 during an event dubbed the Summit for the Future. From the report, digital IDs linked with bank or mobile money accounts, which will be your digital wallet, can improve the delivery of social protection coverage and serve to better reach eligible beneficiaries. They want everybody to have one of those things. Digital technologies may help to reduce leakage, errors, and costs in the design of the social protection program. So here we go with the socialism. Not unlike their unofficial counterparts over at the WEF, the UNDN also speaks about basically regulating the global digital future. The unelected organization uses phrases such as international cooperation and many stakeholders who will advance principles, objectives, and actions to describe the globalist agenda. The UN describes this goal as an open, free, secure, and human centered digital future. The digital future, as envisaged by these groups, is going to be quite the opposite of open, free, or human centric, however. As far as the UN's vision for a future global system, it is supposed to be harmonized with the 2030 Agenda of Sustainable Development. It would be governed by something called the apex body that is yet to be set up. What I will say about the apex body is if you look at the back of the dollar, you will see the apex body. It has an eye on it. Y'all know what time it is. That's all I can say. We'll have to talk about it on a different platform. Okay. The key actors here would be the UN chief, as well as the group of 20, the Economic and Social Council, and heads of international financial institutions. Now, do you see any people stakeholders? We did not ask for this. We're not looking for this. Nobody wants this, and nobody apparently cares. Within this, the UN sees visions of a global digital impact. Notice the term global. Essentially, the objective is to have people, devices, and entities all tied up in a connected network that could apparently be centrally administered, seemingly by unelected bureaucrats. When those planning this future scheme worry about any negative impact, they never see it as potentially affecting everyone, but only civil society or selected groups excluded from social benefits. Meanwhile, the WEF has just partnered with a leading biometrics company to advance its own agenda to digitize humanity. Swedish biometrics company. Now y'all see where all this stuff be coming from? It don't be coming from Africa. That's all I got to say. Swedish biometrics company Fingerprint Cards has taken a big step into WEF's new champions community and assembly of mid-sized enterprises. The WEF is keen to promote biometric forms of digital ID and claims the technology would serve as a steward of social inclusion. The new champions communities schedule includes a meeting in Tianjin, China, from June 27th to June 29th during the WEF Summer Davos gathering. So you see, this stuff is happening in Dragon Country. Everybody's on board. So again, there is no need for folks to be sitting around thinking, oh, this one is good, oh, this one is bad. Ain't no good guys. There are no good guys. And Yasharel needs to stop saying they are on anybody's side. You need to be on your own side because nobody is fighting for you. Everybody is fighting about you. Who's going to control you next? Charles Burgate, or Bourget, I don't know, I'm chopping that up, I'm sure, Senior Vice President of Strategy at Fingerprint Cards, imparted what he thought was a nugget of wisdom as a proud member of the WEF New Champions community program. They proud to be a part of this now, you hear? We want to be recognized as a purpose driven company that contributes positively to the changes needed to operate in the new digitalized world. By joining this community, we look forward to brainstorming and exchanging ideas with peers and bring our expertise of the biometrics industry. Fingerprint cards faced choppy waters in the first quarter of 2023, posting a loss of 70 million Swedish krona, that's $6.4 million, on a revenue of SEK 117 million, which is $10.8 million, biometric updates. So, I don't know what any of that means. I guess it just means they lost money and I guess they're getting bailed out now. However, the firm plowed forward, achieving key milestones, including integrating its fingerprint biometrics in 700 Android smartphones and shipping 1 million biometric sensor modules for payment cards. So y'all getting this. You're going to have to show your eyeballs and your fingerprints and your face in order to shop and do business in this world. Xiaomi's Redmi K60 secured the distinction of being the first smartphone boasting fingerprint cards under DisplayTech. Xiaomi is a Chinese tech company. The WEF, already well versed in digital tapestry of biometrics, continues to champion the sector. The organization previously inducted Yoti into an associated coalition. So, the next thing that I want to show you is the UN Digital ID, and it is a building block for UN Digital Cooperation. Notice the date on this. It came out November 2020. That is the year that the came out. And so it's 2023. Y'all see, we had to be inside so they could be planning whatever they were planning. We were distracted by getting sick and cooties and wearing masks and wearing gloves and trying not to die. And they were developing their plans to continue to try to kill us. So that is where we are. All right. The UNDSC award-winning solution using blockchain, biometrics, and mobile. Digital transformation is changing the way that the United Nations manages its data, information, interactions, and identities online. The UN Digital Solutions Center which is the UNDSC, in keeping with its agile solutions for a modern UN system, has developed an innovative digital identity solution for UN personnel. The UNDSC, a pilot project of the UN World Food Program. Notice things are tied to food and money. And the UN High Commissioner for Refugees, with operational support from UNICC, aims to create a suite of digital solutions that can be shared among UN agencies to transform common business operations and streamline time consuming transactional tasks. In the spirit of emerging technologies, supporting the UN Secretary General's strategy on new technologies, the UN Digital ID is harnessing blockchain, biometrics, and mobility, making UN identity verification efficient, secure, transparent, immutable, portable, and universal. So all the words that are nice words for all over the world, everybody, one, together, unified, interoperability, that. The UN Digital ID is a digital wallet for UN personnel for their personal human resources, medical travel, security, payroll, and pension data kept over time from onboarding into the UN to parting or retirement, where it will go wherever you go because everything is going to be connected. If you cannot see where we are going, and if you do not understand why you need to pray hard, cry out loud, regularly, daily, all the time, because the noose is tightening around our necks. This solution helps to solve the problem of data fragmentation, helping the UN system streamline information sharing, daily workflows, and access to platforms and buildings, facilitating operations across agencies. So here it is across agencies. That's interoperability. That is everybody going to be connected. So they're saying this now. It's a pilot project, but trust me, every pilot that they are conducting right now, it's already ready to go. So they've expanded it, and it's at a different level. They're already doing it in other places. That's what's going on in Nigeria. That's what's going on in Jamaica. That's what's going on in India. They already have it in China. So it's just a matter of time before it comes here. It's just not here yet. And it is here. Let me say that. It is here. It's just being piloted. The technology behind the UN Digital ID has been piloted by different agencies, including UN Pension Fund, where they've replaced current manual processes with certainty for who and where pension recipients say they are at any given time. Let me read this again. The technology behind the UN Digital ID has been piloted by different agencies, including the UN Pension Fund, where they've replaced current manual processes with certainty for who and where pension recipients say they are at any given time. That means your phone is the police. All right. Imagine a world where onboarding does not take 5 days, but only 4 hours. Where to prove you are eligible to receive your UN pension, it only takes 2 minutes from the smartphone in the palm of your hand compared to 2 months using the old regular post. The UN Digital ID is the same underlying engine that will power all these and many other use cases. So, if you want to know more about this, I will put it in the description. The last thing I want to show you before I get off of this subject is they already have a ID 2020 Alliance which is setting the course of digital identification. ID 2020 is coordinating funding for identity and channeling those funds toward high impact projects, enabling diverse stakeholders, UN agencies, non governmental organizations, governments, and enterprises to pursue a coordinated approach that creates a pathway for efficient and responsible implementation at scale. So, through its partners, ID 2020 is driving multitask stakeholder collaboration to set the future course of digital ID. As an alliance, we work to ensure that safety, security, interoperability, and individual control are built into digital ID systems by design. The alliance leverages a market based approach to ensure that good digital ID is available, ethical, and fit for purpose for all users. We fund high impact projects in order to answer critical questions and improve lives through digital identity while working to influence public policy. Listen to what they are telling you. We fund high impact projects in order to answer critical questions and improve lives through digital identity while working to influence public policy and technical standards development. So understand where they're going. Now, I want to show you who the partners are. This is my favorite part. Y'all know I like to hunt money. So look, y'all see that name right there? Y'all see that? Them folks. Look at this. Computer guy who knows all things company. Gavi. Lollipop Alliance. I don't know what this is. Who is behind here? Let me see. Uh-oh. Go back. Let me make it a little smaller so I can make it bigger again. Okay, who else is here? And notice it's based in New York. So all these things are happening in New York, which is why it's just, y'all just don't even know. It's so interesting to be living through these times. Notice they say you can join this alliance. I wanted to look to see at the about before I leave. Oh, they got a manifesto, honey. You know it's dangerous when they have a manifesto. I'm not going to even read their manifesto because I don't want to get in no more trouble. I'm probably in trouble right now. But I just wanted to share this with you. I won't read it, but I will scroll it slowly. They support national identity programs. They always give you inclusion, and exclusion. Oh, I just can't even no more, y'all. I gotta stop. It's giving me anxiety. So, with that said, this was back in 2020. It is 2023, and as you can understand, someplace that I read, it said that this would be instituted in 2024. But as people wake up, I would not expect it to come in 2024. I would actually expect it to be coming sooner. So, it's 2023 already. We got to have chaos so that it can bring in this order. So expect disorder and please go through these websites. I'm going to put the links for everything that I share with you in the description so that you can see it for yourselves. Make sure you are preparing for what's coming. because there's no way we're going to be able to navigate this. It's going to be really, um, it's going to be really sad because so many people don't know what's coming. And, I don't know how far we're going to have to go into this system, or if we're going to be able to go into it at all. My thought process is, you should avoid it like the plague. And I'm being honest. If you can get your money out, you have pensions. This is why I was telling folks: if you got money, spend it. If you got house, pay for it. If you got money, you can get out, and you worrying about paying taxes, you ain't gonna have. You're just not gonna have nothing. If you're waiting to retire, what you waiting for? They're gonna take your money. You're not gonna get a pension. Or if you do get a pension, it's gonna be associated with this mark, and you're gonna have to be in this system, walking around with your cell phone at all times. They're going to want to know where you are, what you're doing. It's really going to be a one world order. So make sure you continue to pray, continue to prep, seek the Most High, cry out for mercy. You can't cry out enough at this point. Pray that the scales fall off of our folks' eyes, because people are going to be caught off guard and unaware. And when they wake up, they will be in this prison system. And it's going to be rough. We already know folks going to be crying and complaining. They're probably going to be doing like they did during the lollipop. Oh, it ain't that bad. Oh, it's going to be okay. That ain't the mark. This it. This infrastructure. It's not a one thing. If you're looking for a one thing, they know people are scared to get anything put into their bodies. So they're going to ease you into whatever the next thing is. But if you take these things, if you walk around with a cell phone, and they know people are addicted to those things, or a tablet, if you are unable to grow your own food, if you cannot get water, if you cannot work without these things, you don't have any skills, and you haven't planned on what you're going to do, you're going to be in this system, because you're not going to be able to, you're going to either have to participate in it because you have no resources, or you're going to be fortunate enough to not have to, because you figured out a way to survive without it. They know everybody is not going to go into this system, and they have plans for us too. And we will have to talk about that in another space. We can't talk about that here, but we need to have that conversation as well, because persecution is coming. And for those who refuse to participate in the system, they will know, because they already know, everything about us anyway. If you have a state ID, they know who's going to sign up for this digital ID. They know who has a cell phone. They'll do like they did in Nigeria. They will fix your SIM cards where if you don't sign up for all this other stuff, you can't use your cell phone. Therefore, won't be able to work. You won't be able to talk. You won't be able to do business. The noose is tightening. The noose is tightening. We do not have that much time. So please, I implore you to do your best to figure out a way to not get caught up in this system. And please, whatever you do, repent, avoid sin like the plague, and try to be found worthy to escape what's coming, because I don't want to be here for none of this. I'm telling you, I don't want to be here. I'm looking for my supernatural exodus. I advise y'all to too, but I also advise you to prepare, because until the exodus comes, you gotta be here. And as long as you here, it's okay to believe and have faith. But the Bible also talks about preparing for lean years. It also talks about, the 5 wise and the 5 foolish brides. Don't be no fool. Make sure you get what you need, so you can be prepared as you wait and watch. Because the hour is coming where you're not going to be able to talk. We're not going to be able to have access to the internet. We're literally going to be by ourselves. And if you don't have people that you can talk to and people that you can work with when things go down and get bad, it's going to be a problem. So please, 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 please make sure you do what you need to do. Use this time to prepare. I cannot say it enough. I'm going to keep saying it until I cannot say it anymore. Prepare, prepare, prepare. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. I don't like wasting your time. I try to share things that are important. I don't have time for gossip. I don't have time. I'm not talking about current events and arguing with folks. I'm about the business of the Father right now because I see what's coming, and I also know that this country is unrepentant. The West is unrepentant. They will not do recompense. They will not pay us reparations. They will not apologize. And so there is no need for us to believe that we are going to um, get anything from these people. They have hardened hearts. They have a perpetual hatred for us. And understand that everything they are planning is about us and fighting the Most High. Whatever He wants, whatever His word says, they want to do the opposite. They're trying to play God on earth, and or they're trying to be God on earth and fight the Most High. They know what time it is. Unfortunately, a lot of our people do not believe what time it is. And so we have to deal with the repercussions of that. We're going to see the ugly for those of us who have been preparing. So continue to prepare, continue to prepare, continue to prepare. Think about your whole life for the next 7 years, because as they institute these different things and you find yourself locked out of systems, locked out of the grocery store, locked out of doing business, locked out of getting your pension, make sure you have what you need, because when the door closes, that's it. There's no do-over. All right, y'all, this is Marley K. Love y'all so much. I'm so glad that y'all are awakened. Don't ever think that because we don't have a huge following that we're not giving good information. The Bible talks about the broad road and the narrow road. I'm trying to be on the narrow roads. I'm not trying to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want nothing to do with this stuff. I want to be out of here. I'm ready for the wilderness experience. I'm looking for my exodus, and I hope and pray that you all are too. So again, keep watch. Don't have fear, because that's an open invitation to the enemy, to the adversary. We ain't fearful. We might be tired, but we're not going to have no fear. We're going to continue to do what we need to do until the Exodus. So prep, pray, repent, seek the Most High, ask for spiritual discernment, and try to wake your crazy brothers and sisters up, because I swear we in trouble. We are in trouble. All right, I'm out.